Welcome back to Dungeon Master 2. We have just finished our shopping and are getting ready to head on out to the third area of the game. And I'll go ahead and heal up real quick in order to get our fourth key piece and actually get into the castle itself. And we have finished doing all of our armor. That is not going to change for the rest of the game. Some of my weapons obviously will. But we have been here for long enough. I'm going to go ahead and just leave those axes there. I don't need them anymore. And let us move on. Get out of my way, stupid guy. Oops. I'm getting pinned in. Let's not do that. And that guy, get out of my way. Okay, guy. Let's go around. There's quite a few of them floating around. Anyways, let's move on. Stupid worm, get out of my way. You can see that I have lost my third attack option, as this is a more powerful sword and requires a higher fighter level in order to access that. Where is, there's the key. In order to open this door, we gotta have the key, obviously. Moving on. Another worm. And we've gained another fighter level. That's good. And we've also run into this little green guy. Get out of my way. The green guy is an attack minion. It is not a huge threat, but they are more just a pain in the ass. I'm going to kill it with fireballs and just smacking it down. And if you move into the exact same square it's in, it cannot actually attack you. So that's a good way to plan on killing them if you run into them one at a time. You also see that we've got more worms and more of the whirlwinds that we saw from the Thorn Demon area in the first key piece, but again, we're not going to sweat them. Coming up, we found a little niche with a Vorpal blade. This weapon is the only weapon in the game that you can use to harm non-material enemies, such as those whirlwinds. And the enemy we're about to face right now, let's go ahead and put that down there, which is going to be a ghost. We've also gotten the snake staff right here. It teaches you 3 new spells. The one that we're going to be using is this bottom spell, which is actually one of the more powerful spells you're going to find on a staff, and that is the harm non-material spell. So we can again use the Vorpal blade to hit it, or we can cast the harm non-material spell in order to knock it down. And hey, a lightning strike just came. I don't know if that killed it or if what I did killed it. And if that lightning would have hit me, I would have died. So it's a good thing it did not. And you can summon more ghosts by stepping in front of these gravestones. Again, they take so much mana and the sword does so little damage, it's not really worth it. But it's good to show you just how that works. The game has also given me a firebomb. This is basically a hint as to what is to come. And that is A, another mushroom, and B, these trees. You can see the tree just tried to attack me. They're basically the evil trees. They're slow, which is good because you don't really want them killing you. And they drop nothing but sticks when you kill them, which makes them the second most worthless enemy in the game to actually fight, as they can actually do some damage. But we're not particularly worried about that right now. And instead, we're just get out of the mud. We're just going to ignore them all, as they're so slow they can't catch up. And instead, we're going to go through this gargoyle arch to designate a new area. This is the first very small dungeon in the game, and as you can see, there's a little switch that has already been revealed. These wooden squares, if you stand on either one of these two in the middle here, they are trapdoors, which will make you fall. And I'll just run out of light again. Alright. And let's see what we got when we reveal this switch. We got a magical box, which has one use other than teaching you a couple of spells. It has the ability to freeze time for a very short amount of time, but it is coming in very handy right away. And I will show you in just a minute what that's going to do for us. However, I do need to go ahead and rest up and get my mana back. And I'm going to go ahead and pre-prepare a harm non-material spell, as that is what we're going to be facing here very shortly. Alright, let's go ahead. That looks good. Rest up. Get our mana back. Alright. And again, avoiding the squares with the trapdoors. We're going to head down the stairwell and immediately go all the way down here to this corner and get confronted by two skeleton ghosts. I don't know why they would be a skeleton and a ghost, but it is. And we'll kill it. There are two of them, and the reason we went into this little corner is they can only attack one at a time this way. And there we go. Now that those two ghosts are dead, that is the last time in the game we will ever use the harm non-material spell, which makes you kind of wonder why they put it in there in the game. But let's go ahead and put the sting staff down there. It gives us more mana. And we have come into this room. It has random doors that open randomly, and a bunch of armor on the ground. Again, designed to be sold, which means I don't need that because I have all the mana I'm ever going to need. And this particular doorway has a secret switch, which does give us a red gem, a green gem, another red gem, which my bag is full already. Sucks kind of running out of space like this. And another red gem, and a scarab. Again, I didn't really need the money, but since I'm here, we'll go ahead and take it. And we'll put the scarab in our pouch to give us the 5 more mana. Moving on. We got one. Nope. Wasn't fast enough. Alright, it opened again. And again, through the other doors, there are more pieces of armor that you can pick up and outfit your party if you had one, which we don't, and we don't need to mess with it. So, carrying on. This particular room, as you can probably tell, has a use for the key. And you can see these pits that are moving around. The pits will drop you down into the rooms that we were just in. And we don't really want to do that. So this is what we're going to use the magical box for once these guys get out of my way. And freeze. And then you can't put the key in there, it won't fit. But it will fit in this one. And I have fallen anyways because the freeze did not last long enough. That's wonderful. And we have fallen. Let's see if we're hurt. Now, sometimes if you'll see your armor outlined in red, that means there's an actual physical injury that you need to take care of. But in this case, the fall did not injure us that badly. And in order to help us out, now that we don't have the freeze, I'm going to go ahead and do the accelerate spell. Wait for these pits to get out of the way. And I gained another wizard level while doing it. That's nice. Put the fire key in, and you can see the pit had followed us. We almost fell back in it, but we are through here now. And again, we have to light up the area. Yep, craftsman, fighter, expert, wizard. So we're moving right along. And in this particular area, you can see I am leaving my daggers in both hands rather than a sword and a dagger. And there's a switch on the ground here. When I walk onto that switch, a mummy is going to come out of this casket. And this is a great time to raise our ninja levels for one of the last times. And I think I am running low on time. So next time I will show you the mummies, and we will continue on this passageway to the fourth key piece. See you then.